Yeah, yeah. You know what time it is. Podcast Sports coming at you. I know we've been gone for maybe about an extra week, but we're back. It's all good. Holidays kind of, get to you a little bit, and then you got to regroup, right? So it's all good. It's about anybody, Jr., Omar Williams, Denise Obi. We're back in the cut. And as you can see, my Philly fan affiliates are here. Eagles, Phillies, of course,
We
me,
didn't play.
Bengals. You know how I go. After a while, you start really recognizing who we are and what we're all about. So it's all good. You'll get to know us a lot better soon. So today we're going to talk a little bit about a few things. We got NFL news. We got NCAA news. We got what else we got? We got some a little bit of World Cup. A few things we're going to jump right into. But I think I want to start with NCAA. So let's start with some NCAA football to get things started. Let's start with championship game that happened last night. We had the Indiana Hoosiers and the Miami Hurricanes, and I must say that I was highly impressed with the Indiana Hoosiers. Great season, undefeated season to that. And so I'm gonna let you guys take the floor first and say what you guys think about last night's game. So you guys can take the floor. What are your thoughts on last night's game between Indiana and Miami?
So I was traveling, so I only got to watch like a piece of it, but I did see the Hoosier, I forgot his name. He shouted out Little Uzi Vert, just to say, hey, if we're gonna win the championship game, you have to come. And he did show up to the game, so I was kind of happy for them to win and take it all. So that's all I have to say because I didn't really get to watch a lot of it. So, that's on you.
Okay.
I'll just take the floor on that one.
Well, here we go. So, Indiana, they're saying, had the best college football season of all time. They went undefeated. They won the national championship. They got the Heisman Trophy winner, right? All of that in one. So they're saying it's the best season of all time. One. Two, that game was really good. I was rooting for we're good. Did y'all miss anything I said?
No, I can hear.
Oh, you heard me. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Two, that game was great for college football because Miami was ranked 10th. Indiana was ranked 1. I feel like sometimes in college football, it's chalk. If you know what chalk means, it means 1 plays 2 all the time.
Right.
Like you see it in the basketball tournament where 1 plays 1, but so that was good for the CFB for them saying that this new playoff works. So I do like that, and I think that the Miami quarterback, I don't know if y'all know this, but he was 6 years in. He's a 6-year vet.
Oh wow.
He's been playing for 6 years. He's a grown man out there playing, and he threw that interception at the end. I felt bad for him, but hey, I guess Michael Irvin, that some of that Cowboys juice got off on him.
Yeah.
Oh man, here you go. Here you
I
go.
saw him on the sidelines with a belt.
He was there the whole ride.
Yeah.
Something. It's only so long till it rubs off on you.
Hey, I guess he felt like since the Cowboys couldn't do it, guess Miami would do it for me, and I guess that fell short too. My thoughts in the game, I had Indiana winning this game, and I felt like Miami lost this game in the first half. Down 10-0 going into halftime. I felt like that was the difference in the game. To put up no points in the first half against the Indiana team that's playing hot right now, arguably, well, I can't say arguably, pretty much Indiana is the best team in college football right now, hands down. They beat down Ohio State, beat down Alabama, beat down Oregon. And I'm talking consecutively. Ohio State beat them down. Big Ten championship. Alabama smacked them. Oregon smacked them even worse. And then they go into play in Miami. Now, it does say something about Miami, though. Miami is a good team. So it says a lot about Miami. So they deserve to be there. I think that Miami, all around as a team, has gotten definitely better. They say the U is back, right? So I think they're right about that. At the same time, I didn't see them beating Indiana unless there was like a catastrophic drop off for Indiana. I knew for a fact Indiana was going to win this game when what is it? Is it Mendoza? Is his name?
The quarterback Mendoza.
Indiana. When he was 4th and 5, and he ran it in for the touchdown. That's when I knew they were going to win. Because that's the second 4th and 5 they had on that drive, second half. And he was in the shotgun, took it, stepped back to pass, ran, almost tripped and fell and didn't get it. Got hit by 2 players, bounced off them, spun off, and then reached for the end zone. I was like, Indiana gonna win this game. I'm like, it's over. Like, to go for it on 4th and 5 twice in your own territory, and then it's almost as if like they were telling Miami, you ain't got no chance today. Like, we saw it. So all around good game, great game. Indiana's first championship. And the funny thing is that, and I'm not sure if they're still undefeated or not, but the Indiana Hoosiers football team and basketball teams are both undefeated right now. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Wow.
So kudos to them. Great game. Hopefully we get a great game like that next year. I think the college football playoffs did us a great service this year. The funny thing is that since we've had the college football playoffs last year and this year, if you guys have kind of kept up, the teams that had a bye all have lost except for Indiana.
Oh, wow.
that's crazy.
All the teams that had a bye and didn't play in the first round have lost except for Indiana. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Moving on. Anything else on that topic? We good on there?
Let me just add this real fast, man.
No, go ahead.
That guy Malachi Tony for the Miami Hurricanes was a freshman, true freshman. Like he moved up a year. He could actually be in high school still. He played lights out last night, and the running back played lights out. Mark Fletcher.
Yeah, he did.
If they would have just gave them the ball early, just kept feeding them to, I think we'd have had a different outcome. But I guess they had a chance to win it, and my man threw a pick. So yeah. But them guys had all-time games last night. It was amazing.
Yeah, I can't say I agree with you, but I'm not saying you're wrong either.
Right.
Like I think the game would have been, because the game was close. Like it wasn't like a blowout, but I think Miami would have put up at least a field goal or touchdown in the first half to keep it close.
Right.
Because it seemed like whenever Miami, came back, Indiana still kept scoring points. Like they just weren't letting Miami get back into it.
Right.
So being down 10-0, it kind of shot you in the foot early,
Right.
and Miami just never could recover from that. Just never could. So, not to mention the penalties last night didn't help them either. They had a lot of penalties last night, especially on 3rd and 4th down. Like 3rd down was like their Achilles heel last night. They couldn't get out of their own way to force Indiana to punt the ball. So, all right, more NCAA news. March Madness is coming soon. It is almost February. But I'm looking forward to March Madness. That's probably one of the, quote, most wonderful times of the year, March Madness, because it is what it's called. It is March Madness. So as of right now, you guys know I'm a Michigan fan. So the Michigan Wolverines basketball team, they are ranked 4th in the nation. They were 2nd at one point. Then they lost a game and knocked them back two numbers. But I'm not seeing too many dominant teams in college basketball. Actually, I'm seeing a lot of ranked teams fall to non-ranked teams in college basketball, with the exception of Michigan, which Michigan did lose. I forget who they lost to, but Michigan had been blowing everybody out up until their first loss. So their games have been a lot more closer since then. But I don't have any clear-cut teams in college basketball I can say will win a title this year, which for me is a good thing, because now it's like the playing field is pretty even in college basketball. A lot of unranked teams are knocking off ranked teams, and some unknowns or some lower level Division I schools are doing the same thing. So, any thoughts you guys have on March Madness this year? What you look forward to, or what you think we should expect out of the NCAA basketball this coming March?
Maybe it's the year. Maybe it's the year of the underdog. That's all I can say. I think it's the year of the underdog. I think for me, I'm always happy to see like the underdog win. Like I'm just think of it when Tom Brady was playing. We saw the Patriots win season after season, and then finally somebody else won. So I think I'm just excited to see a new team win. I am going for Villanova. I don't know. I just like Villanova. So that's all I can say. I'm just looking for new teams. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see how the so basically so with college basketball, upsets have been happening for the last 20, 25 years now.
Yeah.
It's been teams like the number 10 seed kind of goes deep. The number 12 seed sometimes goes deep. But I'm now anxious to see how the NIL is going to affect college basketball. Like I want to see like an obscure, like a team like BYU that is never in the
mix.
The Final Four or the Sweet.
Yeah,
they're never in the mix. Just like Indiana has never won a national football championship before. So I'm kind of anxious to see this year how that is going to affect college basketball. It should make it even more interesting. But we'll get the same teams there. Your Dukes will be around. Your North Carolinas will be around. Again, TK's team, Michigan, they've been a staple for the last 20 years. Again, Villanova. I'm always rooting for Villanova. Back in the day, like remember the big what's the league in Philly called? It's LaSalle, Temple. Is it the Big Five? Not the Big Five.
Oh man, I can't remember.
But remember back in the day when them guys used to always go? It'd be like LaSalle,
UMass.
UMass. Yeah, I feel like nowadays those teams don't exist no more. So it's still the same teams from back in the day, but I feel like Villanova and sometimes you'll get a St. Joe's one year.
Yeah,
they haven't been there in a
long
time.
Temple.
Or Temple, yeah, Temple used to be in it a lot. But yeah, I'm mainly trying to see how it goes this year with the NIL deal, like affecting college sports. You know what I'm saying? In a way where a team that you never heard of is going to be in the Final Four this year.
I think BYU may surprise. They might get to the Final Four. It's possible. It's possible.
Got the number one guy in the country, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, I probably picked them in one of my brackets, but not all of them. But I think at least picking them in one bracket helps. But I mean, I think overall they do have a chance to get to the Final Four. As right now, again, like I think the NIL has done better with basketball than it does football. That's my opinion. Like the across the board Division 1A, I'd even say AA. Like you got to bring it every night. Like on any given night, you can lose. Doesn't matter. But in college football, as long as you got one of the powerhouses, you can still win a game. Now, again, any given night, somebody can lose, but I think football it's harder than it is in basketball. I think basketball has done a good job all around with NIL, making teams more competitive all around. That's just my opinion. So, looking forward to March Madness, seeing what that brings. Speaking of March Madness, we've got this controversy going on in college sports where there has been a point shaving incident that has occurred. Now, I didn't look into this a whole lot, so I'm going to let either O or Denise, whoever brought this up, kind of elaborate and give us some content on this, and then we can kind of go from there. So one of y'all can kind of give us the insight, and then we can kind of dive into it a little bit.
Let me go. Oh,
yeah, you go. I know.
Sure. I mean, okay.
I'm pulling up the article now. So go ahead.
You pulled it up?
Yeah. So
okay, you can read it. You can read it up.
I don't know. Keep talking.
Or summarize it, one or the other.
Yeah, no, basically 26 charged in a college basketball point shaving scheme. That bribe players into rigging games. So basically, they're trying to say here that again, I'm just summarizing. Looks like players were bribed into rigging these games, and 26 players allegedly are indicted in this. I said before in our group chat, this is the beginning of many. This is the beginning of something bad. And the thing is, I don't think they're going to fix the problem because they got to keep this gambling going. It is a cash cow. So they'll try to do something like they'll slap these guys on the wrist. They'll kick them out of school or whatever, but the gambling is going to continue and more games will be rigged. And we're going to continue to get these articles. We're going to continue to get these crimes. I don't think nothing's going to change now. The cat's out the bag. And gambling is here to stay. Now, they've been rigging games before. This is not a new thing.
Right.
This has been happening. The mob has been involved in years with guys shaving points. But now it's going to be extreme because you got all these betting sites and so much access to betting games now for everybody, including teenagers. So I don't think this is going to change.
I think now they're just going to make it, because I remember we talked about this before in another episode, where now they're just going to make it like it's legal. So it's going to be, they're going to rename it something else, but it's going to be basically gambling. Say, oh, no, like, while this game's going on, just check these players out, make your bets. But they're going to, like, obviously rename it to make it look pretty, basically. But I can say some of the schools that were named on the indictment were Buffalo, DePaul, Eastern Michigan, Fordham, Kennesaw State, LaSalle, North Carolina A&T, and Tulane were some of the schools that were named in the indictment. And more people are coming forward now talking about it and are getting charges still thrown on them for it. So, I mean, you can indict them all you want, but at the same time, like, how do you, I don't know.
This is their problem.
Yeah.
Period.
This is with the NIL deal. This is why I was kind of against the whole NIL deal happening too, because now it's kind of like, I feel like they're gonna do it where in a way they're gonna say, oh, do this to get NIL money, like gamble in a way to make NIL deals and make more money, but make it legal. So it's kind of gonna go hand in hand. So I don't know, but
I'm gonna say this. So I said this when the NIL first came out. I said I don't like this.
Right.
Plain and simple. I have never been in favor of the NIL. Never, not one point, not one time. So now we're at a point, but now we have kind of like our first real debacle with NIL, with point shaving. So now you got college players that are getting paid to point shave. Now the list you just gave, Denise, there's not one university on that list that's high profile, with the exception of maybe North Carolina A&T. Maybe
Tulane.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Tulane, more a football school than a basketball school to me. Either way, it's fine. But then, so now what happens when it starts hitting North Carolina? It starts hitting Duke. It starts hitting Michigan. It starts hitting all these high-profile universities.
Right.
Not that it hasn't already, but when it starts getting out, it's been happening. Now you got a real problem. You got a problem now. You get a real problem when it starts getting to the high-profile colleges, universities. And like I said before, when the NIL first came out, I said, I am not a fan. Period. End of story. And why? Because you are paying collegiate athletes as they are professionals. And they are not. You are playing in a collegiate league, which means you are in school playing a sport. I don't care how much money the university is making off of you. That's what you signed up for when you went there. You came to be a student athlete, not an athletic student. That's what you came there for. So now, because there's big money in college sports, excuse me, now we want to profit off of that. But here's the thing. The ones who are really profiting are those who are putting this stuff in place.
Yep.
Because to a large degree, I'm going to say this and I'm going to back out of it because I don't want to keep going down a rabbit hole. It is built to really either expose or cause student athletes to fall some way, somehow by having too much access to too much money too soon, too early. Because here's what I would do. Now, again, if I'm an athlete, I got a full ride, I'm not paying for school. If I don't have a full ride and I get this money, what's the first thing I'm doing? Somebody tell me.
Buying a car, buying a house. Things that I knew was out of my access as a kid, or I was in high school and I knew I couldn't get it, or my parents were gonna say no. First thing I'm doing when I get that deal, I'm getting that car or something that I wanted. Because you can't tell me no because it's my money. So.
But you know what I should be doing?
Mm-hmm.
If I got college debt, pay it off.
Do they think
Because
like
that's
that?
what my parents would have told me to do. First of all,
Right.
pay up your college debt,
Right.
and then do what you will with it. But they probably would have given me the advice on what to do with it.
Right.
Now, whether I listen or not, that's on me. But the first thing they would have said, if you got college debt, pay it off. Don't make all this money and then come out of college and still have debt. Like, why? What's the point? But you're putting money in young men and young women's hands, particularly young men, because we haven't heard anything coming from the women's side of things, right? Hopefully we don't. I don't think we will. Hopefully we don't. But you're putting money in these young men's hands that they don't need to have access to unless they're playing in a pro league. Plain and simple. So I'm gonna back on out of there. I'm gonna keep myself a little safe distance. But again, I was never a fan of the NIL. And I don't care what they do to fix it and what they do to make it right. I will not be a fan because the NIL is going to benefit those who are creating it and making it happen rather than the ones who are actually making the money as athletes, student athletes. Anything else?
Okay. I have one more comment.
All right.
I hate, and I'm not saying this is on Shador specifically, because there are other athletes in the NFL where I see this. But I feel like ever since like this whole NIL deal happened, it's kind of like giving a lot of these athletes as they go pro, like the drive to play and the drive to be in the game is not there anymore because it's like they already reached the highest heights. They've made the money in college.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now in your pro level, it's like, what can I really do now besides maybe get another trophy, go to the Super Bowl? I made all the money I wanted to make. Like now I don't want to do it. So but that was my only comment.
You feel like it's compromising the game.
Yeah.
Mm.
And yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I think also it's entitlement.
Right.
Because even like let's take the NBA for example. Like the NBA is a lot of entitlement in the NBA. You don't have to work for your salary. You get paid before you even, not even that. I mean, including that, you get paid before you play a game. But also, you're also getting deals before you even play a game. People are grabbing you for commercials, for marketing, advertising. So it's like you're not working for anything. You're just like, okay, how much money can I make before I decide, all right, I'm cool. If I never play a game again, I made 50 mil, I'm good. I'm just throwing a number out there, right? So again, I'm gonna say this and back out of this again. This is a product of the system. Now I'm really gonna back out of there now. I'm gonna back on out of there. Anything else before we move on? All right. NFL news. We are now in the thick of it with the NFL. We are now in AFC and NFC championship mode. So we had some great games over the past weekend, starting with, not in any particular order, Chicago Bears and Los Angeles Rams. I was of the mindset that in watching this game that the Chicago Bears were going to win. Yes. But the one caveat to the game was that I said eventually the Caleb magic was going to run out. And that's exactly what happened. The Caleb magic ran out. Now, who deserved to win that game? I believe it was the Bears. They played the better game. And for me, I feel as though the Rams season, second half of the season, is catching up to them because they're not playing as well as they were in the beginning of the season. And you can see that happening. And I think that playing against the Bears, and the Bears game has elevated since midseason going to the end of the season. So both teams were trending in another way, but the Bears were ascending and the Rams were descending or decreasing. And so we saw that in that game. The Bears were literally a play or two away from winning that game. Plain and simple. Now, again, Caleb Magic happened. He's backing up 40 yards. I don't even know how that even happens. He backs up 40 yards, throws an absolute dime while backpedaling. Like, who does that? And hits the guy in the end zone. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, but eventually the Magic ran out. Is what it is. What other games were there? I'm drawing a blank now in my head.
You got Buffalo, and
we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Any thoughts on Chicago and Rams?
I was rooting for the Rams. Sorry, I was just rooting for the Bears to win. I just kind of wanted to see Caleb Williams, and I'm a big fan of Simone Biles, so obviously her husband's on Jonathan Owens. So I was just rooting for them to win, but clearly that wasn't the case. So yeah, so we'll see. I pray they get beat though, the Rams.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have a dog in the fight, but what I do is I do this thing with my son, which my dad used to do. Anybody with a Williams on their jersey and they make a big play, I'm like, yo, that's your cousin. So he's looking at me like, that's your cousin. So when Caleb Williams threw that ball, your cousin just made a play. So good. It was a great game. Caleb Williams was balling. I mean, you can see where he's growing. Like give him a year or two. They got the right coach. Their coach is amazing. If they can keep that team intact, they should be good. That last play in regulation, or was it regulation? Did they go to overtime?
They went to overtime.
Okay, so that last play in regulation, when he turned back and started running just straight backwards, the D lineman from the Rams, number 10, like he chased him. Soon as Caleb threw the ball, he like put his hands up like they won because it was like a desperation throw. But that was a dime, man. Great throw. I just think he either got tired at the end or just that ball got away from me. But he threw that ball directly into the Rams' hands. I just felt bad for him because it looked like he was on his way to a nice home victory. It was in Chicago.
Everything was all get out.
Cold as ever. They say the Rams, the Rams is a nice weather team.
Yep.
It was set up for him. He had a home game in the playoffs. You got to win that game, brother. But like I said, got to tip your hat off to him, clap your hands up for him. I think they'll be back, man. And I think the Bears are back. I think as long I believe in the Rams. I'm sorry.
No, it's my fault. As long as they keep the coaches in place that can continue to develop Caleb Williams and build his confidence, I think they'll be all right. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say that he's going to win the Super Bowl one day. He may, but I'm not going to go out on that limb just yet. I got to see some more maturity in his game for that to happen. I think this year his game did mature, but there's more maturing to happen. So let's see what happens. Seattle Seahawks, they're in the NFC Championship game, and they're going to play against the Rams. I believe that the Seahawks will win that. That's just me really based off of how the Rams are playing. I'm just not a believer in their team offense right now. I think they're trending in the wrong direction. Seattle has Sam Darnold. He's playing great right now. Last year, he played a great game. Second to last game, then last game of the season, he just fell off and they didn't win. And then it's like it just crushed everything. This year, he's playing much better. So I think the Seahawks team as a whole is a better team because they stomped San Francisco out the water, which I didn't see coming. I figured Seattle could win the game, but when they stomped them out the water, I'm like, man, this is not even a contest. Like, they are just giving San Francisco the beatdown of a lifetime. So, going to the AFC, we got the Broncos, who are in it. Prayers up for Bo Nix. He's not going to be able to play in the NFC Championship game. And then you have help me out here a minute. I just lost it. Who was
Patriots.
it? Patriots. There we go.
Yeah.
See, my mind is so stuck on about Buffalo right now. I'm ready to go in right now on Buffalo. The Patriots and the Denver Broncos. I give the nod to the Patriots only because there's no Bo Nix. It's the only reason. But we'll see what happens. But got those games coming up this upcoming weekend. But let's go to the Buffalo Bills. And not just the Bills organization, but let's just go to Josh Allen personally. Now, not a personal attack, but talking about Josh Allen. Now, I'm going to throw this out here that you guys say something, and then I'm going to come back and kind of put my stamp of approval on it. So it appears to me that a lot of our sportscasters are giving Josh Allen a bit of a pass. And my question is to you, what do you say about, and not all, but there are a good number of them out here that are giving Josh Allen a pass as to the Bills' woes for not making it to Super Bowl this year, let alone an AFC Championship. So what do you guys have to say about that? Denise, you go ahead.
Okay.
You just think you're ready to go.
Yeah. So before that, I just want to say shout out to the Seahawks. I was just in Seattle. Shout out to the Seahawks for beating the 49ers. As an Eagles fan, we thank you. We salute you. So I'm cheering for them to go to the Super Bowl and win. Just had to say that before I started. Back to Josh Allen. Yeah, I think they're giving him too much of a pass. Like, you kind of messed up in this last game, the biggest game of the season. And I mean, let's look at Jalen Hurts. They do it. They ridicule all these other QBs when they don't have a good season. They have one good season. The next season is terrible. So it's like, don't let them put off the gas for him, because then I feel like that doesn't give him the momentum he needs to get better. And also, I just lost my train of thought. Also, he needs that heat under him to know, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need better at. So when he was crying in the press conference, I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. T.O. did that back in the day with the Eagles.
A quarterback.
And sorry, we were like, get it together. This is the NFL. This is not college. This is not Pee Wee. We can't always hold your hand and be sad with you. But I mean, I wish you all the best. You're about to be a dad. We'll get ready for next season. So go ahead. Oh.
Well, I'll say this. So I'm a fan of Josh Allen. So let me just get that on the table. I like him a lot. But they did treat him a little bit different than they treat others. I'll leave it at others. I just think he is a fan favorite. He's a media darling. He's the 6'3" tall quarterback with an arm and he can run. And I just think that's the guy they're hitching their wagons to. It used to be Brady. Now we got Allen, right? It would have been Mahomes, but now we got Allen. And Allen just so happens he can't get over the hump in the playoffs. He threw 2 interceptions. He has 64% completion rate. So again, he could have done better. His teammates are behind him. I don't know if you saw his press conference where he cried, and then his lineman was like, "That guy didn't let us down," and and nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. They don't want to shoot this guy no bell. But again, he got one more. I'm gonna say this because I like him. He got one more chance for me. But if you want to say it's over for him now and say you had your chances, buddy, you just can't get over the hump, I'm willing to let that slide. But he got one more year where if he doesn't do it next year, you gotta start thinking you gotta go in another direction. Now I'm gonna say this last point. I'm gonna shoot him a little. You could disagree with me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have the team?
Did he have the team?
Did he have the team?
I believe he had what he needed to get there based on who was not there.
There, yeah.
So I'm gonna let you finish, and then I'm gonna.
It was his time to shine. That's all I can say.
That was my last thing. I just wanted to know that was it. I'm done.
Based on who was there,
okay,
he had the team to get there. Right. The only team I believe that stood in their way were the Broncos, and I believe, like going into that game, I said Denver's going to win this game. The only way Buffalo was going to win that game is if Josh Allen played lights out, which he didn't.
He did not.
He gave up a fumble in the first half, going into halftime, which gave Denver 10 points in about 30 seconds.
Yep.
And then he had 2 interceptions. Now, he didn't play horrible. He played a good game.
He played right.
But he needed to play a great game in order to beat Denver. Because technically, in the first half, the game was over. Denver just didn't keep their foot in the gas and allow them to come back. Because let's be very honest, Buffalo came back. They were up 27-23 after being up 23-10. So now you're in a game where it's like, okay, Buffalo can actually win this game now. Denver goes up again. Then the field goal is kicked. We go into overtime. We know what happens from there, right? Going to overtime, Denver does their thing and win, right? So now you're looking at Josh Allen and you're saying, there's no Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. There's no Joe Burrow in the playoffs. You've lost to both of them in the playoffs. You've also, here's the thing, there's no Lamar Jackson. Here's the thing, if you look at it, in all of Josh Allen's playoff games against Mahomes and Burrow, he lost the worst to Burrow. I'm just saying. The Bengals actually blew them out in Buffalo when they played him, 27-10. The games against the Chiefs, they were all by 3 or 4 points. So you had 3 of the top QBs in the AFC that everyone says in the AFC, right? You have Bo Nix. You have
Drake May.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are the only 2 that really were going to stand in their way.
Right.
I didn't see San Diego going anywhere, right? And it's like, and like I said, the only team that I felt stood in their way was Denver. So, like, getting Denver first kind of was like, oh, this might not work. This might not work because Denver was hot. I actually think, well, not now. I thought Denver was going to win Super Bowl this year. But without Bo Nix, that might be a bit of a question mark. They might not even get past the Patriots now. Possible. We'll see. But I'm not giving Josh Allen a pass whatsoever. This was your year to go in there. Even if you didn't win it, it was your year to go to it and try to win it. Now, people have said, well, they didn't have their wide receivers. They had some guys out there who came off the bench, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear that. Because in the beginning of the season, leading into the second half of the season, Josh Allen was playing lights out with or without his receivers. So now we get to the playoffs, and the excuse is he didn't have his receivers. Really? You put up 30 points, and you didn't have your receivers. I'm just saying. You put up 30 points, and you got a running back whose last name is Cook, who's cooking himself. Dude is just putting up yards left and right. Why didn't you give him the ball more? There are plenty of reasons why we cannot give Josh Allen a pass on not getting to Super Bowl. Plenty of reasons. So I'm not giving him a pass. And it's not the rag on Josh Allen hour, but let's be honest. If we're going to give it to Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow, and especially Lamar Jackson, who we give it to every single year for not getting it done, we're going to give it to Josh Allen too.
Exactly.
We're going to give it to Josh Allen too. I understand he's in Buffalo. He's got the red, white, and blue jerseys. He's got, he's married to Miss Stanfield, and she's kind of her career is ascending. Josh Allen. I'm gonna say it like Stephen A. Smith says. You got to answer the call, brother. You got to answer the call. I'm just saying. So, again, 06, he's got one more year left to do it.
Before you start saying, okay, he just can't get it done.
And you know what? He may end up being that John Elway that gets it later in his career.
Right. When they put a team completely around him.
But
yeah.
Nah, don't say that. Don't say that. He may get the John Elway thing and different from John Elway, because John Elway still got it with elite quarterbacks in the league. Josh Allen may have to get his Super Bowl when Burrow and Mahomes and Jackson are on the downside. I'm just saying.
I'll let you go. I'm gonna let you go.
I was saying this was perfect timing then. Mahomes is injured. He's out for the rest of the season. They missed the playoffs. Jackson, he's out. He might be getting traded to the Raiders. That's on a topic. And then who was the last person you said?
Burrow.
We don't say much about Burrow.
He never makes it anyway.
He never makes it anyway. So this was his perfect season. This is what I mean when I say we can't make excuses for him. Because look at Hurts. If we made these excuses, he didn't have Brown, he didn't have Devontae, he didn't have this, they would have been shredding him to pieces. So this is Josh Allen now. We can't make excuses for him anymore. He either does it or he does it. So now, as he's in the offseason, he can go focus on making his nursery together for his newborn baby coming soon, and do that and focus on fatherhood and get ready for next season.
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, yes, something you want to say. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I feel like I don't want to be caping for the man. I don't. But I'm gonna say this: if we're gonna compare him to John Elway at the end of his career had a team. Like they were loaded.
He did.
Defense and offense. That was remember the Mile High Salute? Remember that?
Right.
So they had a team, brother. Shannon Sharp, Terrell Davis, all them guys.
They also had the right coach as well.
So with that being said, do you think they fired their coach?
They did. And that's another topic we're gonna talk about real quick.
But I also think that okay, you want me to hold?
No, go ahead. You know
what I'm saying? I also think they had to use a scapegoat, because you can't go again. They love their quarterback there.
Yeah.
So somebody got to go, and it's not going to be Josh Allen. So just to make the fans happy, somebody gotta lay on the sword, and it just so happened to be McDermott. So, but yeah.
So while we're there, let's talk about the Buffalo Bills and McDermott being gone, because I don't agree with McDermott being gone. Now, I understand, number one, it's a business. I get that. But McDermott put them in position to win games. It is on Josh Allen and the offense to go out there and win those games. Or it's the defense's job to stop someone and win a game.
Yes.
So there have been instances, again, with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, 13 seconds left. You figure 13 seconds, impossible. The impossible happened. They scored in 13 seconds and beat Buffalo Bills, right? That's on the defense. That's not on Josh Allen. That's on the defense, right? At the same time, I'm probably nitpicking now, and that's okay. But if you know the guy on the other side of the field is that dude, you don't give him that time to make something happen either, right? I'm not going to blame Josh Allen on that. I'm just saying that's another caveat to your maturity as a player. Hey, let's not give him enough time to make something happen. You think 13 seconds will be enough, but I'm like, hey, let's make it 6 seconds. You got one play. Throw a Hail Mary. If they catch it, we'll live with that. But 13 seconds, I'm like, man, that's 2 plays down the field, a field goal. Like, man, that was supposed to happen. So McDermott, he'll be coaching again next season. Somebody will pick him up.
He can get a job. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that it wasn't the move from a fair perspective that he got fired, because, again, he has put Buffalo in plenty of positions to succeed and win games, and it's on the players to execute to do that. Now, I could see if Buffalo was just like they're getting beat by 2 touchdowns, they're getting beat by, and they're not in the game. Like they're in these games. It's just you got to finish. You got to finish, and I think finishing also is a coaching thing too. But when you put up 30 points, I mean, you got to finish. So that's my take on it. Anything else on that?
Yeah. I real quick, Denise. I'm gonna say this real fast. Bo Nix and Josh Allen pretty much had identical games. The only difference is Josh Allen gave up 3 turnovers. Those 3 turnovers got your coach fired. That's what the tears was really about. You got your coach fired, brother. And it's a shame that it had to happen. But 3 turnovers, I'm not sure how it translated into points, but the fact that they scored 33, I'm sure 2 of those did, or at least 1, right? So 3 turnovers, you can't have that in the playoffs. And yes, that game was on you. You're the man. I know the defense can do their job, but Josh Allen, that was on you. And so, again, I'll say it again, McDermott had to be the one to be the scapegoat.
I will say this too, last thing. So we said that they lost by 3, right? So you look at the first half, he fumbles, they get a field goal.
So it translates
to game.
Okay, that's the game right there.
That's your game.
Because
that means you would have won by 3.
You would have won by 3. Yep.
I'm just saying. So anyway, I'm back out of that one. Back on out.
Did you have a point? Are you good?
I was gonna say.
Oh no, go ahead, Denise.
I was gonna say Pittsburgh's open, so they could send McDermott there.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, Pittsburgh is trying to get Notre Dame's coach to come on over. So I don't know. I don't know.
Tomlin, he's been at his daughter's games. I've never seen that man smile so much as I did these past couple of weeks. So,
well, you know,
we'll see.
Stress levels are down, so you know you can smile a little bit right now.
That's it.
Right.
Speaking of coach firings, we got some coach firings in the NFL and rehirings actually. John Harbaugh fired from the Baltimore Ravens. He got rehired, I believe, by the Giants. And I can't say that I agree, but again, I don't know. I mean, it's a business thing, and I'm like, let's just see what happens. I mean, in my mind, I'm not sure what you saw in Baltimore that makes you think you'll do that in New York. But that's me. I could be wrong. But I mean, that's not saying John Harbaugh can't coach. It's just the Giants need to be resurrected, and I'm not sure if John Harbaugh is the guy to resurrect that organization's franchise. So that's just my thoughts. Who else got fired and rehired that we're not talking about here? Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank right here. Anyway, it'll come back to me. Yeah. Somebody else got fired and rehired. It'll come back to me in a minute. Sean McDermott. Where would we think Sean McDermott should go?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh? You think so?
You think Pittsburgh?
Is he Pittsburgh material?
Or Cleveland?
Okay. Yeah.
I would not go to Cleveland. Cleveland no. That would be the end of his career if he went there. So we're not going there. No. Miami's coach got fired. I'm not sure if he has a place yet or not. I haven't really looked these up. So I feel as though that he might end up being like an offensive coordinator or quarterbacks coach, something like that. I don't think he'll be a head coach in the NFL again. I could be wrong. I just don't see it, but that's just me.
You talking about the Miami coach?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Eagles were talking to him about.
I'll take him. I would take him.
Yeah, we were talking to him about being an OC for us. So that's in the works. They did meet with him.
I mean, that could be doable from that standpoint. I think offensively he has an offensive mind, but I don't know if he's going to be a head coach again. So that's just my take on it. So let's see here. Kevin Stefanski, he got fired from the Browns, and now it looks like Atlanta picked him up. So there's a new start for him. I think he has a team in Atlanta he can kind of work with. Stefanski is a 2-time coach of the year. Let's just be honest. This is like straight honesty. Like Cleveland is just not a good place to go. It's just not.
Cleveland curse.
I mean, when you've had, I think it's 23 quarterbacks in the past 20 years, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a good point.
And the sad thing is, here's the saddest thing.
I didn't know it was that many.
They still have, oh my God, what's his name from Houston a couple years ago? He got the all the money from them, $230 million.
Yeah, my man.
It'll come back to me.
Oh my goodness, the last name starts Winston.
No, not Jameis Winston.
No,
Not Jameis Winston. I got you. Hold on.
Yeah, pull that up for me, because now we don't know what we're talking about.
I see his face. I see his face.
I see his face too.
I see his face.
I just
right
can't.
now.
I can't call his name right now. I can't call his name
right now. So
Anyway,
the name-
once O picks it up, we'll continue that. So Stefanski is now the new head coach in Atlanta. So we'll see how that goes with him. It's like the Lions were looking to hire Mike McDaniel from Miami, but they didn't.
Is Deshaun Watson?
You got it. Thank you.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
Sean Watson. There you
Yeah.
go. So let me say my point again. Let's rewind.
Sorry, I was like,
The sad thing is, the Cleveland Browns still have Deshaun Watson on their books.
Yes.
Yes, on the books. He is still on their roster. So
He paid big money too.
So when you had
for nothing.
Shador Sanders
Nothing.
and the other rookie, and you had Joe Flacco, you still had Deshaun Watson on your roster.
It's crazy.
$230 million.
He's a cap hit.
I'm just saying.
That's a bench boy.
And
Yeah.
to trade him, like the team's not going to take on that bill. So
No,
you know what I mean?
you're kind of stuck with him. Because listen, that's the deal you made him.
Yep.
So you're stuck with it. And the sad thing is that Deshaun Watson may end up having to retire or quit the NFL as a Cleveland Brown.
Yep.
That may be what happens.
It's like the
Sad to
X
say.
that won't go away.
Yeah. So let's see. So John Harbaugh's in New York. Kevin Stefanski's in Atlanta. Jeff Hafley looks like he got hired by Miami Dolphins. Don't know much about him. Tennessee Titans. Looks like Robert Saleh is going to Tennessee.
Now hold on. Put a mark in that real quick. How do y'all feel about guys? So Robert Saleh was at the Niners, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Did a great job, defensive coordinator at the Niners. Then he got a head coaching job at the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Goes to the Jets, gets fired. Goes back to the Niners. Had another great defensive coordinating season with the Niners. Now he got another head coaching job.
Right.
My question to you guys is, how do y'all feel about, like, he's clearly not a good, like, you're a good coordinator. Well, he did go to the Jets. So how do you feel about coaches like musical chairs? It's like 1 year you're good, and the next year you leave and you're bad, and the next year, how do you feel about this? It's messing up the game to me.
I feel as though if you're good in the area and not good in another, like stay in that area. Like he's a good defensive coordinator. Honestly, I would almost say he's a great defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not. He's teeter-tottering between good and great.
Yes.
And so that's where your niche is, where you're good at. Like you might want to stay there, right? I get it. You being a head coach puts you in charge, yada yada yada, but that hasn't worked out very good for you. Now, if he's going, to Tennessee, I don't know. I mean, unless you're going to be a defensive coordinator, I don't see you doing anything there other than maybe increasing the defense. But the offense right now needs to be a little more intact. So I don't knock you trying to get to the top of the mountain, but the top of your mountain might be in the niche that you're in. And listen, there have been some great defensive coordinators that have come across the NFL who have names for themselves, and that's where they stay. Like they're like, nope,
Right.
this is where I thrive, and I'm going to be the best defensive coordinator that ever lived. Period. So that's my take on it.
I think everybody should come with a report card. I mean, it sounds childish, but at the end of the day, this is where I'm good at, my strengths and my weaknesses. Because if you don't catch it in the beginning, it's gonna show up obviously in the season. If you look at Paluto, like yeah, he was good, and then now it's kind of like, dude, you gotta go. So I
Yeah,
think
right.
they should come with a report card of a resume, I should say, and saying no, I succeeded in this, and it's like okay, you had your strengths in being a coordinator, so we're gonna keep you here and
Yeah.
strive in that rather than head coach. Doesn't mean you're a terrible coach, but doesn't mean you should be leading a team. And let's be honest, they need to be honest with these players and coaches. So
And again, you got to be a leader of men.
right,
Like you can be a defensive coordinator and great in that area with those men, but when you're leading the pack, you got to be a leader of men.
yeah.
And I'm not questioning anyone's leadership, but where you thrive at is where you should kind of stay in that lane. I believe. Now, again, he could go to Tennessee and thrive and do well, and that would be great. I think only time will tell, and I think 2 years there will tell us what he's going to do. That's really like the time. That's like the window. 2 years tells us what's he going to do. So we'll see what happens. So, all right. Last thing before we get to the roundup here. Super Bowl predictions. What do you predict? Who's going? Who's winning? Starting with Denise. Who's
Seahawks all the
going?
way.
Who's winning?
Seahawks
all the way? Okay.
Seahawks all the way.
Now, who are they playing against?
I don't know. Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm.
I
All
want to
right,
say the
we'll come back.
Pats.
Pats, okay. Oh, who you got?
Yeah, I got Seahawks, Patriots, and then I have Seahawks winning it all. I think Seahawks got a running game and a defense. Same thing the Eagles won with last year. A running game and a defense.
Yep.
I got the Seahawks and the Pats too. And the
Pats
only reason
got
I got the Pats is because there's no Bo Nix.
Right.
Now, if it was the Seahawks in Denver, I pick Denver. I would. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Look, listen, Sam Darnold, don't let us down. All right. I mean, at least get there. Like we're picking you to get there and win it. At least get there.
Right.
No, finish season strong by at least getting there. If you don't win it, hey, I can live with that. But don't stink up in the national championship.
Don't become Cinderella.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't be AJ Brown right now.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Last two things. Winter Olympics. They are coming in February. Looking forward to watching, seeing what happens. First time I've probably been somewhat interested in watching the winter sports this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens and how things would go. Anybody have thoughts on the Winter Olympics coming in February?
I'm looking forward to it. The bobsled team, seeing what they're gonna do because this has been a long time coming for them, for men and women's, and they both qualified for the Olympics in February. So just looking forward to that. Looking forward to see some snowboarding happening. So I think just all around, all sports, just seeing sports that I've never watched, or you kind of see it, glance at it, and that's it. But just overall, just seeing it all.
Anything you got, Omar?
Yeah. I usually find myself with the Winter Olympics looking at the bobsledding and bobsledding. They put the figure skating on at prime time.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I like the skiing. Anything that's like the downhill slalom, speed skiing. The one they're hitting the bumps like this. I don't even know what it's called, but I find myself looking at it every 4 years when it comes on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm an Olympic guy, winter and summer, so I'm a fan.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to just seeing what all is there currently, and then what may be new this year. You know what I mean? See what happens. Again, I like the figure skating. People may say figure skating. I'm like, look, that stuff's hard, man. Like it's hard to do that on ice with figure skates. And I'm like, I'm really seeing like, hey, like what are they going to do this year? Who's going to do something crazy out the wazoo? So I'm looking forward to that, seeing that, and then of course, skiing too. See what that looks like, and what other new sports they got coming out. So, Winter Olympics coming in February. Go watch. We're probably gonna talk about it a lot. So, just prepping you up for that now. Okay. All right. Last topic: World Cup prep. Denise, this is your thing, so you gotta let us know what World Cup prep means to you.
So as of January, we're in the qualification stages right now. Right now, of course, Canada, Mexico, U.S. they have qualified for the World
This is
Cup.
Jamaica, right?
Well, yeah, Jamaica's
Okay.
still in the process, so nothing's done yet. But just the teams that have qualified for right now that are in are Canada, Mexico, U.S., and then Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Uzbekistan are some of the other ones that are up there qualifying. Jamaica, the girls, they qualified. The guys are struggling right now, so I'm praying that they do. So we're hoping in March they'll play New Caledonia to see if they get that spot. And at least they can be in Group K. That's kind of the lower. It goes by groups for soccer. So Group K is kind of one of the I wouldn't say primetime groups, but one of the lower groups to play in for the World Cup game. So they'll be in Group K if they win against New Caledonia in March, with Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, just look forward to it. It starts in June. I think we're playing in Houston, Philadelphia, LA, a couple cities in California, New York, and I believe a city in Florida, Tampa, I believe. So got some big things coming.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next time we talk to you guys, it'll probably be, let's see, in between Super Bowl week. So catch you guys then. Again, thanks for tuning in. And we'll have some great topics for you guys next time. Maybe we'll talk a little more NBA next time. Right now, the NBA is not a whole lot going on in the NBA, at least not enough for us to talk about it, right? So we'll see what happens. Who knows what'll pop off between now and then. We'll see. Other than that, thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of the week. And we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.